The next concept in the relationship marketing paradigm is loyalty. The topic on brand loyalty was first published through the works of Copeland in Harvard Business Review in 1923. Subsequently, there were numerous definitions of the construct and with many different measurement methods employed. Many of these definitions were operational in nature, and hence few researchers actually tried to explore the theoretical meaning of the loyalty construct. Therefore, the aim of this chapter is to give you an overview about what is loyalty and which dimensions characterize loyalty. So we have seen perceived value creates repeated satisfaction, which subsequently creates trust, and trust creates consumer well-being, and consumer well-being subsequently creates loyalty. Yeah, what is loyalty? So loyalty is a multi-dimensional concept based on a behavioral dimension of loyalty and an attitudinal element of loyalty. So real loyalty is the combination between attitudinal and behavior loyalty. Let's have a closer look on both dimensions. Let's start with behavioral loyalty. So behavioral loyalty is the observed action that a customer has demonstrated towards a brand. It can be observed in a database. For example, these are indicators such as repeat purchases, purchase frequencies, purchase baskets, and lifetime duration. On the other hand, attitudinal loyalty are the perceptions that a customer has towards a brand. For example, the attitudes or the predispositions he or she has towards a brand. It is brand attachment, brand liking, so emotional elements of brand attachment, and it is a resistance against counter-persuasion. Resistance against counter-persuasion is when customers are ready to wait, to postpone a purchase, if the preferred brand is out of stock or is not available in one store. These are some indicators how to measure attitudinal loyalty. So behavioral loyalty concerns the behavior, attitudinal loyalty concerns the perceptions and attachments that customers have towards a brand. Why both dimensions are necessary to talk about real loyalty? Let's consider different examples. So if a brand has only customers with behavioral loyalty, which is, by the way, in most cases the case, this means that customers might purchase, might continue to buy only because of, for example, inertia. This is a very often observed case in fast-moving consumer goods sector. Is customers only buy because of laziness or inertia or habits. They buy, in 98% of the cases, the same brands in the same stores because of habits. And these habits are quite difficult to break. It's a vulnerable degree of loyalty or level of loyalty, because once customers want to search new products or brands or new stores in order to satisfy the needs of research of variety, in this case, customers have no reason to stay loyal, such as, for example, satisfaction or trust. For example, sales promotions might break these habits, might break inertia, and might make these behavioral loyal customers unloyal. That is why behavioral loyalty based on inertia is quite fragile and vulnerable and can be quite easily broken by competitors' marketing actions or by research of variety. Let's consider the second case. Customers might also be only loyal due to exit barriers. For example, contracts. Consider the case of a customer who enrolls into a subscription TV product, such as Canal Plus or Netflix. So customers are loyal not because they're attached to trust or satisfaction, but because of contracts. It's also the case of mobile phone contracts. In this case, customers stay loyal the time of the contract, and once the contract is finished, they might continue the contract, but in most cases, they exit the contract and switch to compete. For example, in the mobile phone or internet subscription sectors, customers mostly changed after 1 or 2 years to switch to a competitor's offer. And that is why this type of loyalty is also fragile or vulnerable, because if customers are not attached to the brand, have no degrees of attitudinal loyalty, they are likely to switch to the competitors' brands. Why only attitudinal loyalty is not enough? Neither, but if customers only like a brand and they don't buy the brand, if they don't have repurchases or purchase baskets for the brand, then the brand does not earn money. So only brand attachment and likings or only attitudinal loyalty is not enough to consider a customer as real brand loyal. So two cases that show that behavioral loyalty does not lead to real loyalty, but it has been combined to attitudinal loyalty. In this case, if customers have also attitudinal loyalty, they don't buy only for inertia or for contracts, but they buy because they have positive attitudes towards the brand, because they're attached to the brand, because they like the brand, and thus they become resistant against counter-persuasion. That is, if the brand also increases slightly the price, customers might be locked to the brand because they have an attachment to the brand and they consider the risk of changing to other brands is too high. This is particularly the case when customers develop strong feelings of trust to a brand, or if they are highly satisfied, or both. So real loyalty thus means that customers have to be attitudinal loyal and behavioral loyal. It's the sum of both. To be real brand loyal, customers have to like a brand, have to be attached to a brand, and they have to show repeat purchase behaviors. In the case of spurious or false loyals, effective or attitudinal loyalty should be created by brand attachment, by emotional exit barriers, by affected access barriers in order to create a true loyalty. In the case of latent loyals, that is customers who have a high attitudinal loyalty but no behavioral loyalty, loyalty programs or sales promotions or other marketing action giving incentives for buying can create behavioral loyalty next to attitudinal loyalty.